Hey friends, this is Eric the Mind Control Guy. Earlier this morning, I made a video about my new T-shirt about Kandahar Giant, and it got me to thinking. In the early days of Operation Enduring Freedom, a lot of us, like myself, we stayed glued to the news and the newspapers and everything. And I remember some interesting statements that were made, some by then President George Bush Jr. And he said he wanted to use basically special operations troops, for the war. Something else that stuck out for me, and I didn't think about it until just recently, where the information for some time now has been coming out about the Kandahar Giant that a special operations group encountered in early 2002 when they went looking for the lost patrol, you might say. And they encountered this individual anywhere from 13 to 15 foot tall, 1,100 pounds, and all the things. Well, I got to thinking, as everything goes, and there's always a cover-up of some kind, naturally. No matter what it is, lie about it. No matter what it is, cover it up. Except the troops involved, in their after-action report, they said exactly what happened. And the higher-up said, no, you can't say that. Why the hell not? Why all this bullshit cover-up all the time? As I said in my last video, Darwin's fairy tale of evolution. Okay. Well, I started thinking back, and if I remember correctly, as I'm sure a number of you do, including all you guys from the intelligence groups that watch my videos and so many other people's videos, that got something intelligent to say. And in the early days, I remember they were just saturating the mountains of Afghanistan, just bombing the living hell out of them, using bunker busters, shooting them inside the caves. And I got to thinking, you know what? When they were doing all that, it wasn't to kill the Taliban, but the giants of old that were still alive, that lived in those regions and lived in those caves. I highly suspect that was the actual reason why they saturated the mountains of Afghanistan with bombs, and why they sent bunker busters into the caves. It wasn't to kill these Taliban towelhead guys. It was to kill the existence of the giants of old that were still alive, because they got to keep up Darwin's fairy tale of evolution. Absolute bullshit, to put it bluntly. They say, oh, giants never existed. Well, why do they want to cover up their existence? Every time a giant skeleton was found, oh, here comes the Smithsonian Institution to make it disappear. And sometimes, the military made it disappear, like up in Shemya off the coast of Alaska back in May of '43, when they found those giant skeletons that were anywhere from 18 feet to 24 feet tall. They said, oh no, we can't say this. Why is the military kissing the ass of the Smithsonian? Why do they think they need to keep this fairy tale of evolution going? And they say, well, where's the evidence? The evidence always gets stolen. And you ever notice? We need all your pictures. We need all your film footage. We need. Who the fuck are you saying we need your evidence? And then say, oh, it never happened. Bullshit. Anyway, I got to get going on my run. I just had to vent a little bit. But now I'm thinking that was the real reason why the mountains of Afghanistan were saturated with overhead bombs and bunker buster bombs, to kill the giants that were still alive. The giants of Afghanistan might be their version of hillbillies we have here. Look, we know they're up there. Just leave them alone. They don't come down here and bother us. Don't go up there and bother them. But nah, got to keep Darwin's fairy tale of evolution alive. Destroy the evidence. And if they exist, destroy them. Any pictures? Confiscate. Of course, we all know what confiscate means. Theft under the color of authority. Destroy all the evidence and then claim it never happened. And they wonder why so many of our special operations troops and other troops end up drinking so heavy, and other things, sticking their own barrel in their mouth, take their own life, because the things they have seen that we've been told our entire lives don't exist and never did exist, and here they are still alive, makes you want to look at your superiors and say, hey, what the hell's wrong with you? You guys used to be we the people too. What the hell happened? Why do you got to keep all this bullshit cover up? Just so you can keep pushing Darwin's fairy tale of evolution. Just like if a living dinosaur, maybe not as big as they once were, but smaller versions, started walking out of the desert and walking out of the forest here, walking out of the lakes, and there was all kinds of cameras there, people taking pictures and videos and all this, what would happen? Would our military come in, or one of them alphabet soup groups come in, take the animal away and tell everybody, we need all your footage, blah, blah, blah? Fuck you. To hell with cover-up. Sick and tired of bullshit cover-ups. But anyway, I had to vent, and I need to get on the road, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. I think the real reason why for the saturation of the Afghanistan mountains with bombs and bunker busters were to kill the giants that were still alive back in 2002. Thanks for listening.